Hey, okay, so today's episode might ruffle a few feathers, but it's something that I've been thinking about for a while, so I'm going to lay it on you today. All right, so here's the thing. We are juggling demanding careers, family life, personal goals. I hear it over and over. I've been there. I am there still oftentimes. And I talk with you guys every week who are in the same boat, right? So we're all kind of in this fight together, if you will. And you're feeling the struggle of being able to prioritize your health and lose weight and boost your confidence and have the energy. And what I hear from you, and let's face it, it is true. This weight loss and wellness industry hasn't exactly rolled out the red carpet for those of us over 50, especially those of us over, or I should say, it hasn't rolled out the carpet for those of us over 40, but especially that's true for those of us over 50, right? Most of the time, it can feel like they're really only focused on younger women or men, and we feel a little bit overlooked. I hear you when you tell me that. I completely agree. I understand the frustration is real, it's valid, right? But here's the truth, and here's where I may piss some people off. The wellness industry and the weight loss industry caters to where the money is, right? Where the money flows, the energy goes, as they say. And they've perceived us as less willing to invest in ourselves. And let's face it, that's true for many. Now, these are some generalized kinds of statements here, but in large part, that's true. Like, we have behaved in that way where we're showing them and saying to them, like, we're not willing to invest in ourselves. I can tell you personal experience wise, I talk to women all the time. Tons of women who tell me they have to do something about this. I have to lose weight. I have to improve my health. And some of them are already having health issues and on medications or even more serious kinds of health issues. And they want to know about my 12-week program, for example. We talk about it. They are completely on board. Like, this is exactly what I need. And they are desperate to change their situation. And then they talk themselves out of doing it. And for the most part, it is around the finances piece of it. It is around the investment. It is around the price. And in the big scheme of things, I will tell you, I do not charge a lot for what we provide. The one-on-one coaching, the support, the strategy, the ongoing coaching through obstacles for 12 weeks, our investment price is super low. And some women will tell me, I had a woman tell me that again today, as a matter of fact, like, whoa, that is way less than I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be X amount. And compared to what other people who do what I do and they don't really deliver in the way that we deliver, it is a lot less. Even some of my colleagues, people I know in the industry, I charge a lot less than they do. Okay, so having said that though, here's what I mean by women getting to this place where they tell me, oh my gosh, I have to work with you. I need this so badly. I have all these reasons. Here's all the pain that I'm in. And here's where what I want to achieve. And then they talk themselves out of doing it. 9 times out of 10, it's not because they say they can't afford it. It's because they're unwilling to invest in themselves. And there is a big, big difference. Big, big difference. So I say that to say there's a validity in the reality that we are unwilling to invest in ourselves. And that, whether you think it's a perception or it is a reality, I would say that it's both perception and reality. It has kept us disempowered. It has kept us under the radar. It has kept us from getting the attention and the solutions that we need out there in the wellness industry and in lots of other industries too. But that's where I want to focus this conversation today. And so, here's the deal. Companies are going to focus their energy and their products and solutions on the demographics that they think are going to spend the most money. It is a business, right? And so over time, women over 40 have been seen as, and again, rightly so, we've been seen as someone who prioritizes everybody else's needs over our own. And it's a pattern that we've had a hard time breaking, even in as much as we have fought for our seat at the table. We continue to put ourselves at the kids' table, if you will, when it comes to prioritizing ourselves. Especially I think when in a lot of ways society tells us that our best years are behind us, right? And that kind of messaging and us reinforcing it by being unwilling to prioritize ourselves can make it super tough to justify wellness industries, justifying those businesses, justifying spending money and time on creating solutions for us and making those available to us, right? And so, that's the narrative and that's the context, in my opinion, behind why, and it's more than opinion, but behind why it happens. But here's the thing, we can change that narrative. We can show that world of wellness, and we can show ourselves that investing in our health and investing in our well-being, both physically and mentally, is not only important, but it is absolutely essential. And so, okay, well, how do we do that? And I'm not trying to, say that, oh, we're going to, change the industry overnight, but these are some of the things that we need to think about if we do want to see change, particularly if we want to see change for our daughters. If we want to see our daughters get into their later 30s, their 40s, and their 50s and not be seen as the frumpy forgotten, and we want them to feel empowered and have the ability to go out there and get what they need. And we want them to be more willing than we are to invest in ourselves. So how do we affect that kind of change? What is it that we can do? Well, first things first, you matter. And you've got to damn well start believing in it, and you've got to start taking action that proves that you actually believe in it. And so taking care of yourself, it's not a luxury. That was a mindset shift and a change that I had to make 10 years ago or so. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. You deserve to feel vibrant. You deserve to be strong. You deserve to be confident. And it is absolutely for you, but it's also absolutely something that you need to do. It's a necessity for you, for everyone around you. Just like I said earlier, for your daughters to get to the age that we are now and not be doing the same things that we're doing, for them to believe in their worth and stand in that presence and live in that power, right? Remember, all the amazing things that you bring to your family, to your workplace environment, to your employer, to your friends, you've got to remember you are valuable to them. That's why you prioritize them, right? It's why you spend so much time taking care of them, because you know that what you bring to them matters and it enriches their lives. So remember all of those amazing things and know that taking care of yourself brings that value back to you. It adds to the riches that you have, and it enhances all of the contributions that you're able to make to those other people, to those other entities, to society as a whole, to our community, right? So know your worth and put your money where your mouth is in terms of that, right? Speak up for what you need. That's my second, like, how do we go about this? Don't be shy about what you need. And I will say that that goes to, speaking to service providers, advocating for yourself at your doctor's office. And in ways that you have advocating for yourself in your community to wellness brands, too. But don't be shy about what you need at home. I can't tell you how many times I talk to a woman about my 12-week program, for example, and they know that it's what they need, but then they tell me, well, I need to go and talk to my husband. And I'll ask, is that conversation about asking for permission, or is it about getting support? And most often they tell me, oh no, it's not about permission. It's, but I want to run it by him, or I want to talk to him about it. And that's fine. Roger and I do that same thing. I wholeheartedly back that partnership kind of a conversation. But I'll tell you that a lot of those women come back to me and tell me that, well, this probably isn't a good time for me. Or, my husband reminded me that, we're doing a kitchen remodel. And so we shouldn't spend this money, on me right now. Maybe coaching will be in the cards for me in the fall, or, whatever. Here's the thing. Don't be shy about what you need at home. Tell your husband, this is what I need, and I want you to support me in it. This is how I'm feeling. This is why I need to make a change. It's not just for me, it's for this family. It's for me to be the best that I can be and continue to add value to everybody else like I already do, including you and our relationship. And I want you to support me on this because I'm doing it. Don't ask for permission. Don't be shy about what you need. Stand in the presence of how valuable you are. And then number 3, I would say, invest in getting expert help. Look for a coach, whether that's me or somebody else who you trust. Go to an expert who specializes in working with women over 40. And I emphasize that is a need. Work with someone who has experience and expertise in working with women over 40, because you'll be wasting your time if you don't look for that kind of expertise and that experience. Those are the people who really understand the unique challenges that we encounter. And those are the people who can actually give you solid advice that really works for your situation, for your needs, for your metabolism, for your physical needs, for your emotional needs, for your mental and mindset needs. And it's an investment that can pay off big time in terms of results, both physically and in all ways, in all aspects of your life. And I'm happy to talk with any of you who want to talk with me about making that investment in getting my expert help. Our 12-week program is amazing. It is absolutely a process, a strategy, and includes the support that can transform your life and make life totally different in a matter of a few months. And I'm happy to talk with you about it, but get expert help. Okay. Invest in expert help. Number 4, my tip would be find your tribe, like connect with other women who are on the same journey, find communities. And I talk about this all the time. My total wellness community is a perfect example of a like-minded group, community of women where they come together. It's absolutely positive and supportive, and you can get free resources and tips and strategies and support. And, so it can be virtual like that. It can be other online communities. It can be local, in-person kinds of groups. But having support and a network like that can make all the difference in the world. It's part of why I have a community component to my 12-week program too. You work with us one-on-one and you get customized support and strategy, but there's a community component because there is power in numbers, power in supportive numbers, and the women pour into each other in that client group in ways that are unimaginably helpful and beneficial to each and every one and to the collective. Sharing your journey with other people, getting support from people who are sharing their journeys with you is something that is immeasurable. The benefits of that. It helps you to stay motivated. You learn tips from them. You're learning from me, and you're learning from the success coach on my team who works with me, but you're also learning from the other women in that group. And you really, really, really need to find your tribe in that way. 5 is make time for yourself. You know, I talked earlier about investing in yourself. You got to also make time for yourself. Schedule self-care, whether it's, you know, taking a walk, it's just relaxing. Carve out time for yourself and make it a priority. You put your hair appointment on your calendar, you put your doctor's appointment on your calendar. I bet you have always put your kids' sports games and practices on your calendar, and you've probably put your husband's doctor's appointments and different events that he needed your support at. You've put those on your calendar, and I would be willing to bet my last dollar that you don't break those appointments with other people. So put yourself on your calendar and make it a rule that you don't break your promise to yourself to show up either. You're telling yourself and everyone else when you do that, that your well-being is important. 6, and this will be my last one before wrapping up, knowledge is power. So stay informed. Keep up with there's a difference between spending time researching to the nth degree and trying to figure out how to put all the pieces together in a strategy. I really don't recommend that you do that, because it is so elusive and it's so hard to put all those puzzle pieces together in the right way that's going to work for you. But that's not what I'm talking about when I say stay informed. Knowledge absolutely is power. Keep up with the latest in general kinds of research that's out there. Do your research and find an expert, for example, who you trust. Talk to that person. Listen to your gut on these kinds of things too. Get some general information about how your body is changing with age. Find out, you know, what nutrition and fitness approaches are just those like quick fixes and fly by night kinds of BS sorts of fad things, and what's truly got some solid evidence behind it in terms of the effectiveness for you at your age. The more you know, the better your choices you can make, and the faster you can get on a path to actually having a solution in place and solving this for yourself for the last time, right? And so let me kind of wrap this up. I've gotten pretty passionate about this topic today. We might be overlooked by the wellness industry, but we really do have the power to change that. Overall, we have the power collectively and even with individual actions and some of the things I shared with you today, but most definitely within our own house, within our own environment, within our own lives, we've got the power to change that. And it starts with you recognizing your worth, speaking up for your needs, investing in yourself, and prioritizing yourself by putting you on the calendar and making it happen. We can absolutely shift the market over time, but you can damn sure shift your life right now if you make sure that you believe in your worth and you make that known to the people around you. So let's move past like the stereotypes. Let's move past the even blaming and feeling, you know, that we've fallen victim to things that we can't control, and take our power back. Embrace the mindset that self-investment is empowerment. And when you do, your journey to health, your journey to confidence, it is more than just about you. You're going to have it for yourself, but it's about you also being able to pour even more into those people that you love and inspiring change for other women who are around you, your daughters, younger colleagues, friends, family members. You know, you really do have the power to affect a lot of change in your own life and in the lives of those around you. And so take the bull by the horns and do it. I really appreciate you guys being with me. I say this every week, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here today, having this conversation with me. and I'll see you right back here next time.